Chop Shop's getting ready to kick it off shortly. Like, follow. Share. Let me go ahead and share this link real quick. And we on. Bam.
When you come on now with music, you can put the link on now and it'll show us. So I think you got it's an old show, probably the last show they did on that. Yeah. But it's all good. I'm waiting on my homeboy. He should be coming. We're gonna get in there here. Cause he definitely gonna get in here trip when he see you in here. Damn, TK in here? Cause I told you, he Jefferson proud. Like, hey.
Wow.
I'm talking about, like, yeah, like, don't care who they play. We pick games on here, Jefferson. You already know who I got. Don't even ask me. You already know who I got. Dragon.
Win or lose.
Yeah. We had Trig, Eric, and Mike in here 2 weeks ago, man. He was
Big Trig.
Yeah. He wasn't in here, but he was like, man, you already know Trig or Dragon. You know, we Dragons. So that's it. Every other school sucks. But, like I say, legacies, y'all got a good legacy for that. Like I say, football and baseball, basketball too.
You got to take it to another level though when it comes.
Yeah.
To this other stuff. It's just.
We bring y'all on, like I said, it's gonna be good. Cause Waldo played at Ward. He came out 9-9. He played with Tanel. The team they went to the 8. I know Van Zant came after you. He was tough. Van Zant back with you though, right? He's younger than you.
Together.
Okay. Yeah, Van Zant was decent. He the coach. He had a job. He back on. Okay.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
They're gonna be tough. They beat Tampa Catholic in the XBL.
Yeah, they whooped something about like 40 in the game to go. We on now? We ready?
Oh, that's when Tonelli was the coach.
Yeah.
Cause you know something to beat Wharton. The first game, and Tonelli got his hands on like game film.
Oh, okay.
You already know once Tonelli get his hands on that game film, boy, that's it. It's over.
You told him what to do.
Bro, they only had 11 points.
Yeah.
Had 11 points.
11 points, man.
Whole game. 11 points.
There we go.
Wow.
We're all already on the Zoom, so we can go pull him up.
All right, let's go ahead and start it, and then we'll bring him in.
All right.
All right, you already know what it is. It's 3.
Brothers and sisters, I don't know what this world is coming to.
Yours truly, what's going on, good people? This is yours truly, Easy Deezy. This is episode 8 of Chop Shop. First of all, I want to make sure everybody made it safe and sound through Hurricane Ian. Those that were impacted and affected by that, prayers to you. I saw some people today actually going down to Fort Myers to get down there and try to get that going. So I want to thank those that are doing their part. Also, as you know, we always do every week, and every show is dedicated to my man Will D's been gone with us for almost 2 months now, man. So rest on, brother. We're gonna keep the vibe going for you. As normal, I got to my right the infamous David Ruff and Greg Doss. How you feeling tonight?
I feel with my hands. I was feeling pretty good when you called and woke me up and told me we was gonna do this show today.
Okay, good stuff. And speaking of, as you know, Doss let anybody know he went to Jefferson. So with that being said. We got royalty here tonight. We got Hillsborough County royalty here tonight. I mean, anybody that's followed basketball, I told y'all I had a surprise guest and I got confirmation that I got a surprise guest in here. So I'm gonna get my man Tail here. Tay Bryant, always family. That's my young wolf, my young bull. He do his thing. Green Bay won last week, so I know he got his chest stuck out. He feeling pretty good. and they beat the Bucks. That's another conversation.
3-1. You know.
Okay, but the other special guest, Hillsborough County elite basketball player, played in the NBA, played college ball, South Carolina, played overseas. Jefferson High School's own Terrence Kinsey, man. Welcome to the show, TK.
University of Thomas Jefferson High School.
Make sure you
Our
say
very
that.
own, the University, 44 Cypress
So,
Street.
sir, there's gonna be some foolishness tonight, and
I
also,
don't understand why they don't understand these things.
Oh no,
Jesus.
okay,
How you doing, sir? My apologies, TK. Everybody don't know.
man, it's a
'Cause they
pleasure
couldn't
to
go.
have me, man. It's an honor.
okay,
Jefferson University.
all right.
I don't want to hear
And also, we got via satellite outside of Tom Brady's summer home, one and only Dave City stand up. Walt Dizzle, what's happening with you, baby?
Hey, what's going on, baby? Hey, we in the building. Hey, we in the building tonight, man. Hey,
Well, okay.
we down and out, bro. But hey, it's gonna be all right. We got an easy win coming Sunday, man. Let's go, man.
Hey, watch your mouth now. I told you we had detailed conversation. Don't get that started. Now I would have had Serge mess up the plug and take you off. Cut your volume down.
Yeah, it's gonna be brutal.
Hey, but tonight, man, we got TK and Tay that kicking it with us tonight, man. And Tay, I'll let you and TK let everybody know what y'all got going on. Y'all got a coaches convention coming up. I know Waldo shot ball back in the day at Ward for Coach Tonelli.
At practice.
At practice, no. Hey, Waldo had a foul. Tell about the soccer socks, Waldo.
Hey, that's a long story, man. That's a long story. We ain't got time. We ain't got time for all that, man.
Okay, well let's move
Coach
forward.
Tonelli.
So let's crank up and get into it. Let
Coach
everybody know
Tonelli
what y'all
just
got going
like the
on.
soccer sock.
Let everybody know what y'all got coming up in a couple of weeks, man, for the city.
Yeah, man. Once again, thank y'all for having me.
No doubt, no doubt.
What we have for the city is a Hillsborough County Coaching Clinic. Why is that important? From our understanding, I believe about a month ago, they actually did have a coaching clinic that
Actually, like 2 weeks ago.
like 2 weeks ago that we really wasn't aware of. Like
Okay.
I think who did that?
FBAAC.
Yeah,
What, was it at All Peoples?
No, that was
Okay.
that was a showcase. That was
Okay,
other people.
my bad,
They had
okay.
it at Carrollwood Day.
Okay.
yeah.
go
So,
ahead.
so
We
what
wasn't aware of it at the time.
Yeah, we definitely wanted aware of it. So we wanted to put this together just to show the importance of, as we try to improve our kids and get them to the next level, what are we doing for our coaches to help our coaches get our kids to the next level? So that's the importance of having a coaching clinic to pretty much help them be able to understand their role, responsibilities, get them to the point where they know how to do come up with game plans, practice plans, understand the philosophies and things like that. So that's what we're working on.
Okay.
Hold on. Now, do coaches have like referees have mandatory clinics they have to attend? And back in the day, Coach Hug, Coach Nellis before his time, but they told me they went to clinics with the University of Miami, which is what elevated the Jefferson passing scheme.
Okay.
They don't have these same things that are mandatory for either clinics that are.
No, they do not have.
I mean,
any-
I'm talking about high school coaches.
Not high school coaches.
No, it's not mandatory, and that's what we're trying to do. To be honest, I'm trying to make that, because when you look at it, when we were talking about this, you have to have a degree to be a PE coach, right?
Yeah.
Right.
No disrespect, but
No,
now
no.
when it comes to coaching, getting kids to get to the next level, you just have to volunteer, fill out an application of volunteering, and say I can be a coach, and volunteer your time.
Okay.
Volunteering your time, and when you compare time with the salary, making $1,200, $1,500 a year, that's really volunteering your time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So with that being said, it's like, okay, if your coach is volunteering, is your coach really a professional in this field, or is he? No disrespect to the other professions, you could be a real live teacher as a social math teacher, scientist, you name it, librarian. And now I'm going from that and try to get these kids without no knowledge to the next level.
Right.
That's impossible.
I agree. I think something else with that is that, like we just spoke about, you talked off camera, the involvement of high school basketball in the area is bad. And I just say, as far as say going to games, like I told you, I saw you play because you played under my homeboy Coach Wash. Shout out to my boy Two Boy.
Shout them out.
Saw John Henson on a Saturday at Tech, and there was only one side of the gym bleachers that were pulled out. I've gone to district championship games and there's only one side
It's
of
crazy.
the bleachers, and that's
crazy.
inexcusable.
It's like that for real.
Yeah. Oh,
Well,
no doubt about it.
I remember. I think they went to a couple of tournaments. My daughter was at Berkeley, and I know I went to see them play. I forgot who was at Tampa Prep at the time, but you're right. I didn't have any, and that was only because there's multiple teams there, and
Right.
even that wasn't sold out,
Right.
which was surprising to me. I
Right.
thought it'd been standing room only, but I would think you have more love for high school basketball in this area.
You know, when we bring, like, I know Berkeley used to do like that little Geico challenge at there when they bring teams from out of state, or like
Yeah.
I think they brought AZ Compass one year, Mount Verb.
Yeah.
That's when Ben Simmons and
Yeah,
D'Angelo Russell was playing.
And I would tell you, I'm
together.
going to tell you about Ben Simmons story. Bring Waldo up for this. Waldo called me. Waldo went to the. They played Tampa Prep.
Ben Simmons, my homeboy.
Yeah, that's a long way. That's a long story. Anyway,
Ben Simmons, my
Waldo called me
homeboy.
outside. Waldo called me outside the park, and I said, "Man, I just saw the best high school basketball player ever." He said, "This when Juwan was at Prep, and he's like, man, like he dunked him like it's like your uncle playing like with his little nephew, like he scored 30, like didn't even break a sweat, you know."
Wow.
Yeah.
And he was hitting threes too. He was shooting that bit too. Now y'all ease up on Ben, man. He was shooting that
It was
bit.
closer. That's why.
Right. And I think that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, when Waldo's at Warden, they had a following. You at Jefferson, y'all had a following. And I think that's the thing. Like, Dre, they went to Blake, saw them play King. But it's just like nowadays, like, let's just look at like when the schedule comes out, Warden's gonna be good, Sumner's gonna be good. But let's say, okay, hey, let's say if Warden played, let's say just Chamberlain. Are people trying to leave, get there early? There are no games that people really get up for now unless it's TC Jesuit, especially the one at Jesuit is crazy. Then the one at TC is a good crowd.
Jesuit got the best, in my opinion. Jesuit got the best student section.
Yeah, they do that. They get into it, and I think the frustration is that
But there's real tradition.
there's real tradition that goes with it. But that's what I'm saying. But Jefferson went to the 4 and 15.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like within 2 years, ain't nobody going to their games no more. And that's frustrating for me because when you have a population of kids, and 5 years ago, Jefferson had 1,900 kids. You stay after school. Okay, the games be a little late. You stay after school and go watch your team play.
Right.
They just don't. They don't do that now. And I'm thinking what y'all gonna do is gonna be huge because it covers so many different facets. Just like we spoke about the culture of high school basketball in Hillsborough County, something has to change. And I'm hoping what y'all come in with is definitely gonna do that.
Most definitely, we're gonna have our camp is gonna be a 2-part camp. It's gonna be first part of it is gonna be strictly for the coaches to help them improve or whatever they need to know, learn, and then that second part is gonna be strictly for the kids, for the student athletes, boys and girls, and the parents. We're gonna talk to them on the realness of being a professional, being a student athlete, what actually you have to do to put into making it, and also we're gonna put some onus on the parents. Meaning, what are you doing? What are you doing to help get your kid to the
Wow.
next level?
Okay.
Reason being is because of
There we go.
like all this came about is because of my grandfather was my advocate. Like I would not even be in this situation. Y'all wouldn't be saluting me if it wasn't for my grandfather.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Respect.
Keep it 1,000.
Okay.
Just to share the quick story on a fast forward tip, I mentioned to you I did not have one Division I scholarship coming on my last day of basketball. Last day of the season, I didn't have one D1 scholarship, not one. I was in my computer design class, my favorite class, and over the intercom they made an announcement that said Torrance Kinsey won the 4A player of the year. I had no idea what that was.
Okay.
I didn't even care at that time because none of the accolades that I have won transitioned into getting a scholarship.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, bet. So my teacher, she came up, she was smiling and everything like that. And next thing you know, my principal and the coach come in, and the guy that was going to present that award, and the coach was like, Torrance, this is a big deal. I mean, you're the best player in 4A. I mean, you're the best player in Florida in 4A. So I called my grandfather, just to let him know what that meant. I asked the coach, let me use your phone real quick. Called my grandfather. My grandfather, exact words, after I told him, I said, Grandpa, I just won the 4A player of the year. He said, are you fucking kidding me? And hung up. That was exact words. So I'm in front of the class. Seriously. So everybody looking to wait for my response. They're like, what did he say? I said, he said, are you fucking kidding me? And hung up. So I go back and sit down like it ain't nothing. 2 minutes later, coach come back in, and with the phones of my grandfather. My grandfather hung up the phone and made a phone call to the North versus South All-Star game. That's All-Star game is for the best players in Florida.
Right.
So he asked them why my grandson wasn't. I'm tired of my grandson being overlooked. He don't have a D1 scholarship. He's not in this All-Star game when he just won the 4A Player of the Year. They said, Torrance, they said, Mr. Kinsey, we are so sorry that we overlooked your grandson. Bring him down here tonight. The All-Star game was that night.
Where was it?
I think it was
Orlando.
Okay, it was Orlando.
Okay.
It was in Orlando. So before this, we were talking about the All-Star game in Hillsborough County.
Yeah.
All that lunch, all
the,
day.
The UNCL. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we
Yeah.
talking about this all day.
Right.
And they're expecting me to play them. What you gonna do? Do. I'm telling
Yeah.
everybody.
And
all
the
of
game's at Jefferson, right?
it was at Jefferson.
Perfect, okay.
That same day. So
Exactly.
they looking for me to play. I skipped that game and go to the North
You did
versus
the right
South
thing.
All-Star game.
You did the
And
right
they
thing.
told my grandfather, they say, we don't have a jersey for him. We're gonna just bring him down here. We're gonna put some tape on his back to give him a number, and we just put him in. On my way down there, my grandfather said, you heard what they said, right? That they ain't have a name, a jersey for you. He said, don't go down here and be playing like this no regular All-Star game. You don't got no scholarships right now.
Right.
He said, in order for you, he said, you need to go down there and get you a scholarship. At the end of that game, I won MVP. I snapped. You hear me?
Good stuff.
On everything
man.
I love.
Good stuff.
So I snapped. You hear me?
Dragon.
So that's how South Carolina come into play then.
Man, that's how South Carolina come into play. Because
Okay.
after that game, the gym was right around the corner trying to talk to my Coach Grassup. You can ask him.
No, I believe.
So the,
USF.
so the very next morning, we were getting ready to go to school. I mean, go back to school. I'm talking about 6 o'clock in the morning. Dang, he echoed out there.
Yeah.
That's how it sounded. That's exactly how it sounded. It was Seth Greenberg yelling, Torrance Kinsey. My grandmother's like, it's a guy out yelling Lil T's name. My granddaddy said, who was that? My grandma go check the door. She said, it's a Seth Greenberg. He come in yelling, Torrance, great game. Mr. Kinsey, where are you? Great game. We want to offer him a scholarship right now. He has to take it right now. If not, we're going to give it to Sam Barber II. That's who ended up going to USF, but
Okay.
he was on the opposite team.
Okay.
Shout out to Sam. I love him.
No
Ate
doubt.
him up. I
Okay.
ain't going to lie to you.
Right.
Ate him up.
You put them on the stove.
Straight up.
Yeah, you
Had
813,
to.
man. Stand up.
Had to. So my grandfather looked at him. He was like, man, if you don't get the fuck out of my house. I'm sorry for cussing on your broadcast.
Yeah.
He's like, this is what he said. If you don't get the out of my house, just like that. I'm talking about the Seth Greenberg. He was like, Mr. Kinsey, what's the problem? He said, we trying to give him a scholarship. He said that USF would be the last person he would go. Matter of fact, he would not even go there if that was the only place he would go. He said he had, as a freshman, we've been there. Sophomore, we've been there. Junior, we've been there. Senior, we've been there. I'm talking about all these tournaments we had at USF. Y'all have not sent one person to come watch a game or even,
Really?
Not
No.
even an interest letter.
not even
Really?
an interest level, nothing. So my grandfather said, man, if you don't get out of here right now, and he stopped on trying to talk, so my grandfather grabbed a phone book and threw it at him, and that's when he left. He said, you're not going to USF. So I'm looking at my grandfather like, man, that was my
That's
opportunity,
my opportunity.
to go to USF.
But your grandfather saw something greater.
He saw something greater. He knew something that I didn't know because that phone calls was coming in left and right. But he
Right.
just like, you're not going to go to USF just because of that. But that's how I got to University of South Carolina. Because later on that day, Coach Duckett and Coach Odom was at the house from University of South Carolina.
Dave
I remember
Odom, yeah,
that.
coach at Wade Forest, Coach Tim Duncan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we go get back into this TK story because I want to ask you some more about, like you
Real
said,
quick, TK, what year are we talking about?
02.
02.
Another thing to add on that, nothing's changed with USF. They're still.
But like you said, it's funny you said it because I mean, I want to pose
I'm
that.
trying to think who else is on that team because I can't.
What USF?
It was Terrence Leathers on that team. at
Terry
that
Levy, yeah,
time.
T-Let
Yeah,
with the
T-Let
Robinson,
with,
but I mean, but I'm
BB
thinking in my mind like, go ahead. So what, Waldo?
BB was on that team too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, BB Waldo was on there. Yeah.
Okay.
Altron.
Altron Jackson, yeah, from
Yep.
Sarasota. Yeah. So we're gonna get back into this. Waldo, hang with us, man. We're gonna take a quick break. As I always say, man, shout out to one of my sponsors, Will D, man, Cigar Life, CIGARLYFE.com. Even though you ain't with us, man, we're gonna keep this thing going for you. And Mr. Ruff, let everybody know what you got going on, man, to my immediate right. Let the people know.
What's going on? I'm a little stunned because I'm thinking about that year now. But Greg Dawson, GD, non-attorney pro se consultants, we help people navigate the court systems without giving you legal advice. And interestingly enough, one of the reasons I was sleeping is I had been working on an appeal in the second DCA. And I have a couple of other, if you get a chance to go to my YouTube page, go there. I'm going to start putting back up some interesting videos because we have a couple of situations going on in Hillsborough County that I've discovered regarding some jurisdictional issues that should have been discovered years ago for any of the guys who may have had issues with the Department of Revenue. So I don't want to stir up anything with your female listeners, not that I care. But the reality of it is that these are some significant jurisdictional overlooks. So some guys may have been subjected to child support cases where the court didn't have jurisdiction. I only know that because that was one of the issues that I had. And also I did complete my case management conference for one of my federal cases today.
You got the website and you got receipts.
Oh, we definitely show receipts. So I'm not one of these people that I'm not a gimmick. And also, don't call me thinking I'm a gimmick. That's from Heavy, because he said people don't understand. I'm sorry I don't wear a suit every day. But not a gimmick. It's hard work, but we can definitely help people out.
Awesome.
So we're going. There you go. So me, Tay Waldo, and Team Jefferson, we'll be back in a couple of minutes.
University.
Serge, give us a little something. Give us a 2-minute break. We'll be right back.
What's wrong with this guy?
So we finna get back into this thing. Turn my hat back up, man. I'm hanging out with my man Ruff, my man Tay. We got Dade City via satellite.
Oh, okay.
And we got my man TK here kicking it with us. I want to get back to that, like I say, with the information as far as say with Seth Greenberg. So when South Carolina came into play, did you take a visit, conversation, or just what happened?
Actually, South Carolina was my third visit. I went from, after that Seth Greenberg situation, UMass, Boston College, then the University of South Carolina. I went to those 2 visits. Then I went to South Carolina.
Had to be Bruiser Flint.
Okay.
Calipari left. He left for Canby. He left after Canby.
Sport. Huh?
Yeah, he left for Canby.
Like 99.
I think Canby was 97. He was actually the second pick behind Duncan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like 98. 98.
Yeah. Okay, so you went to UMass. You made a visit.
I went to visit the UMass. It was, I ain't gonna lie to you, it was great. Boston College was real good. Just a little gloomy when I went. You know what I'm saying? It was
It's
too
Boston.
cold.
It's Boston.
You know what I'm saying?
That's always like that.
And University of South Carolina, shout out to Carlos Powell. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Hey, that was the best host. You know what I'm saying? You have your college host, man, he showed me a good time, and it was like, this is where I want to be.
Okay.
And then also they offered the best graduation plan.
Okay, so let me ask you this: so going to South Carolina, that's SEC, and I mean they were new. They've been in the conference about 4 or 5 years. I know they went 1 year. They won the SEC and then lost. Remember they lost to Hampton in '97. They had JoJo English and other little guy, little guy, B.J. Mackey.
This boy remember
Shot
great.
ball. Oh yeah, I saw that hoop. Yeah, we go.
They love hoop,
We
man.
go back. I mean, they
Yeah.
lost the hand, but it was like HBCU, and like that's like unheard of. So getting to South Carolina, did you get homesick? Like, man, I want to get back to Tampa. Like, I ain't really feeling this, or you just made it work?
It was time to go at that point. Like
Okay.
it was. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like y'all been to college, correct? Or
Yeah.
That's probably the best time in your life, man. You learning a lot.
You find yourself.
You find yourself. You on your own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pretty much you got your own spot.
He went away to college is even better because that gives you a better opportunity. I graduated, went to the military.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a great. I tell people, if you can get away to go to school,
Get
get
out
away to go do
state.
anything.
Please.
Get
'Cause-
away.
Yeah.
You
'Cause
got to
that
be
one-
exposed to something else.
I gotta get. I gotta
Yeah,
get in
that's
the college. I gotta get in the memory. I gotta take them down memory lane. Livest arena you ever played in college? Like they lit. They jumping. I mean, Arkansas beat Crump. Tennessee beat Crump.
I was finna say Tennessee just because of the warm up line. I can't think. What's this guy name? Wilborn, wherever that was in there. They had the livest warm up line I have ever seen. They broke our backboard. I mean, not the backboard, the shot clock. They were dunking that bitch so hard. I ain't gonna lie to you. So you looking like, okay. So, but I think like Kentucky, that was amazing.
And playing Rupp, that's special.
That was amazing. Florida was crazy. It was.
Yeah, that was Matt.
It was
Boggs,
Hollywood.
Matt Walsh.
Yeah.
Them boys was Hollywood then.
Okay, yeah, they were coming.
Man, Mike Walsh was dating a porn star at
I
the
remember
time.
that.
And they had like they practicing with their jury on, warming up. Like we couldn't wear our jury and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So I'm like, okay, this is a little next level. And we ate their ass up. We
Y'all
ate them up
built-
that
y'all
game.
built them, okay.
If I talk basketball, I'm gonna talk a little different. I'm sorry.
I feel no, you
I ain't gonna lie to
found,
you.
man. Hey, we're gonna
When I
let
talk
you go.
basketball-
We're gonna let you go. We're gonna let you go tonight. We're
I
gonna
gotta
let you go
be
tonight.
chill.
Especially when he calls a whooping Florida at anything.
But I think something else too though is that like
I can't talk
to
basketball.
make the moves that you made, man. Like I said, I'm always wanting to give people their flowers. I'm not. We're gonna get back into what y'all got going, but it's just amazing to me, the top player in the state. Well,
Yeah,
then two votes are
I'm
just
still
Florida.
I'm still processing that.
Not to get that opportunity.
And you went to the
and it's
University of Jefferson, who already had followings and buzzings in every other sport.
And that's what I want to ask y'all. as
So
we
the
get into
connections were
that.
there.
Yeah, connections. I want to get into it. So do you feel what y'all gonna do, and hopefully to get kids opportunities? Because I look at a lot of kids that play football, do different things, and it's like the sad thing is that these kids put so much into athletics. If it don't work, then they home. They in the street. They taking chances, and you don't want to see kids like that. So if you've been blessed with a gift, any coaches out here listening, man, do what you can to help these kids. If it's with their grades, do the extra.
Even being honest with them would go a long way. This is where you are. This is where you're tracked. This is what you can do.
Because if he's the best player in the state 4A, what is there to tell him?
Because I didn't even like I won every accolade, Player of the Year from Hillsborough County Tribune, everything.
And obviously, if you got recruited by these schools, the other thing that was not an issue for them.
Grades.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it goes.
But you got to say that though.
True.
It goes right.
It
It goes.
could
You
not be
been
an
there.
issue.
True.
Yeah.
I
And
had the
see,
ACT.
that's part of what's irritating me in the back of my head is if you could get recruited by them, they already know what your academic background is. My other concern is what you'll discuss off air, but that's my other concern because you went somewhere where any other coach had a connection to say, hey, we got a guy that hoops here.
And I'm gonna tell you, and I hate to say it, but they don't recruit in Tampa for basketball. I got another O.J. White scored over a lot of points at Chamberlain. He had to go to Barry, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it is.
But he was a better player than going to Barry.
That's what's wrong with it.
And that's what I'm saying. So, as coaches, dig into your resources. You should be able to. There should be a pool.
Yeah, but your coaches should have
That's what I'm going to.
Just like a faculty, you got a faculty. I mean, you got coaches who have connections with coaches.
But see, the thing with that too is, especially Hillsborough County coaches, they're the math teacher, they're the social studies teacher.
Okay,
Like,
They don't have
let me
that-
bring Waldo in. Waldo.
They don't have that connection. It's several coaches that have connections like that.
That's what I was
But
gonna say.
those coaches are the coaches that are winning in the area. You know what I mean? So is the Jesuits, the
TC.
Warwick Tinelli,
Yeah.
Tell
Nelly,
prep, but
tired.
they're
But you
down.
can't bring them into the same because he went to a public school. My point is, we already know what the private schools can do. But I'm saying public school.
Let's even do this. I can even go. I'm gonna cut you off. King went to the 4 in 09, and only Twirling, Fitzpatrick, was on the one that went to school. Blake went to the 4 in 11.
But there was no were there any academic? My
Okay,
bigger
but
issue
even
is
if it's academic, that's your job as the coach
to get it straight.
to
I
get
get
these
that.
kids in position to where they can go to school.
Your academics help you a lot of times because you
Absolutely.
go from being a guy who might be a 5th guy. Your academics can get you number 1 and 2
Okay,
slots.
but
But
with
this,
that being
hold
said,
on, D. Hold on, D. Hold
Go
on,
ahead.
D. Hold on, D. So this is also going back to what TK trying to do with their program as far as getting their parents involved.
Right.
That's a whole nother issue as far as like you can't depend on somebody to take care of your baby the way you gonna take care of your baby.
I agree.
You can't
The
put that
onus
on.
of
You can't put that on the high
opportunity is not
school
on
coach
some
to make
strangers,
sure
on
you
the
get your
parents,
grade.
absolutely.
I agree, but I
You
think
can't
something else
put that on
too
the
though
coach
is
to
that
make sure you get your grade.
then
Now what you
it
can
comes
put on the
down to
coach.
what's most important: is it winning or is it the kid? Because if I got a kid I know hooping, but ain't got no chance, ain't gonna have no grades to go to school, do I tell? So I'm just.
Of course you tell
You
them.
support, but dogs, it don't. Everything don't go like that, bro.
Hey, look, son.
Come tell you like this is,
Like
okay.
I tell you, who wants to join the military? What do I tell them? Hey, looking back on it, I'm glad I did it. Would I've done some things differently? Yeah, but the one thing I tell kids now when they ask me, them bullets are real, son. Ain't no reset button on this.
Right.
Okay, this
you
ain't
see
Call
so
of
many
Duty.
kids. You
This is
see so
real.
many kids now.
Tell them the truth.
They great. They playground legends. Went to school, played ball, got off, did their thing, and just got caught up because they didn't get a chance to go to school. And I think something else with that is that when expectations have been set, because and now we got social media, which is really crazy.
That's what I was
So you
gonna
sit
bring
back
up.
and think there was no social
Opportunity.
media when you was hooping.
Right.
So now it's like, okay, you got the kids now. They sit around like, okay, I done graduated from high school. Well, bro, what you doing? Man, coach, I ain't doing that. Coach, I ain't get a chance to go nowhere. So now it's either go to school, go to HCC, or get out here in the street. Cause see now you got people that look at you like, man, you ain't doing nothing. And I think that's something that kills that would kill me.
But you can build a brand
it's
now.
You can build a brand.
It's also easier to connect with colleges than
Now.
it was now.
Easy.
I agree.
Now
I
than it was
definitely
when,
agree.
when we was in school.
I definitely agree.
Because you got college coaches on IG, you got college coaches on Twitter, Facebook, and all you gotta do is just keep sending them. At the end of the day, it's a hustle.
Right.
When it comes down to it, when I got my last 5 guys in school, I just got on Twitter, and I just started sending them their highlight tapes.
But see, here you go again. You come.
You did that.
You come
You a
from the
coach.
struggle. You understand.
Right.
Right.
You get it. And that's what we need more of y'all.
But all parents don't get it.
Right.
That's why you need those type of clinics. Like
Right.
you gotta coach. This could be his first year volunteering. He's not gonna know the ins and outs. Don't have the catalog of how to reach all the coaches. That don't know how to do the right practice plan, game plan, and rotations, calling the right play. They just don't know. They volunteering. And what happens with the city when one of the main reasons why are we doing this is because when I went to school, I really had a problem, like why I wasn't recruited. I wanted to know.
Right.
They told me the 2 main reasons in Hillsborough County. They said, first, we don't transition well once we get to school. We get homesick and we flunk out. 2, we don't know how to. We don't have solid
sounds about right.
programs. Programs meaning, if I look at Hillsborough County, no disrespect to nobody, and if I look at Chicago, somebody else.
Just go next county over. Go to Polk County.
Well, go to Polk County.
You go Polk County, yeah. Winter Haven, Bartow, Avon Park. They got hoop over there.
But I don't know if they getting paid like that. What I'm finna say is like these coaches. That's what I'm saying. Like these coaches in Texas, Chicago. Some of these coaches get paid $100,000 compared to what our coaches here getting paid. So if you do the math, if I'm a recruiter, I'm like, you know what? Where I'm gonna go? What county I'm gonna go to find the best kids? And that's already gonna come to my program ready to play. A coach that's getting paid $100,000 because you already know this coach know his program. He got a system. Matter of fact, this coach done built community base type where he's in the community.
Don't say that a lot too.
The coach is in the community and he's with the population of the kids.
Yeah.
So
That's
That's
dedication and commitment, and it's also. Cause I was going to ask you about that. And by the way, this getting homesick thing, that's one of the things you need to tell the parents.
That's
We,
key.
we parent kids. The reality is they got to go.
Mm-hmm.
Like I tell my son,
Yeah.
eventually he gonna
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Hope the hell he go quicker, but he's gone. But the girls you hang on to, but the boy, hey, you have to be able to survive outside. My mom used to always tell me, baby, mother ain't gonna always be here for you. I thank God my mom and dad are still here, but they always prepared you for the day that you have to move on. It's about your kids' life.
Absolutely.
But these excuses y'all giving to these
Listen.
coaches, I ain't trying to hear it.
I ain't gonna lie.
I can't handle that, bro.
I ain't gonna hold you. Listen, when
Well,
I
you
graduated, I was ready to go.
But I think that's something else too. We all had that
It's
sense of
different
independence.
times,
Yeah.
We ready to get out and get on our own. But I think something else too, just like what TK was getting back to, as far as the responsibility. And like you said, okay, maybe in Chicago, DC, larger areas, basketball is taken, and that's what we need for Tampa is to take basketball more as an outlet. The same energy we get football. Because football
It's a
is
lot
here.
cheaper.
But I'm just saying, but football is here. Basketball is, like I said, now we got some young guys coming up this year that's going to make some noise. And we got some sophomores, freshmen, going to come and expected to make some noise. But with that being said, it's different now because I think it's more put into it. Like now you got the AAU circuit has taken off, blown up. Because back in the day, AAU
Wasn't everybody, that's for sure.
yeah.
It was what, 3 teams here? 4
3 teams.
at
But
the
you
most?
also had to earn. Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
About
but see, nowadays-
when I didn't play basketball, but then AAU had to be.
But I remember,
earned
I
those
remember,
spots.
but see, yeah, but I remember AAU and AAA in
Yeah.
Atlanta. It was the 12 best high school kids in the city.
Period.
So it wasn't like, oh, my daddy
period.
got the team. I'm the 10th
Yeah.
best player, but I'm a star.
No.
No.
We ain't doing that.
At Florida Elite, when Florida Elite used to go out of Memorial, you go into Florida Elite, you go into the gym, and you got 30, 40 players in there. And you only got 3 teams here. You had what? Florida Elite, Brandon Boats, and Summerfield Warriors.
Right.
It may have another team that I didn't know about, but it wasn't. It's the 10 best.
Yeah,
It might take 2
right.
more, but
Right.
the 10 best guys, you had to make it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. And even like, did you play AAU?
A little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah,
Okay.
Not really. With
All right.
Spirit,
Spirit,
Oh, I
okay.
forgot.
nobody
Spirit.
major. Nobody major.
Nobody major.
Nobody
Okay.
major.
I forgot about Spirit.
And I think, now let me ask you this. Do you think that what it's going to take, and I want y'all to do this, I mean, just in thought in your clinic, we got to get more exposure as far as, say, maybe scheduling other top teams as far as putting that, 'cause that's a bus ride.
They jag economics
That's-
too, isn't it?
we talked to the coaches about that too. It's not that the coaches don't want to. It's that
School board.
school board.
At one point in time, it was public schools couldn't participate in sports outside of the district. And
Oh,
now
what you saying, Waldo?
yeah.
It's funded in the county. Like it's like right now they short bus drivers. So
Yeah,
so
That's
even
key. I was gonna bring that
even
up too.
even to get a bus to go to these places, they don't have a driver to take them. They ain't got enough
Well,
funding
they're
in the
not even
county.
allowed to use buses this year.
Yeah.
From what we heard,
Wait.
yeah,
wait.
they're not even using buses. The coaches got to give them enough.
You have to
For
have
what?
No. The coaches can't even
Oh, yeah,
advise.
coach-
The coaches can't even tell the players how to get there. Like after on your away games, you're not riding no bus. The players got to get there the best way they can, and the coach cannot say you and you ride together because that's
That's a liability.
a liability. So y'all just got to get there at 6 o'clock, best way
high
y'all
school?
can. That's
Right.
high school, man.
For boys or girls too?
Girls
No.
too.
Everybody except football. Every sport is like that.
And I was gonna say
Wait a minute.
football.
Come on, hold on.
That don't even make sense.
Hold on.
Ain't that right?
Yeah. So
The
I was
budget-
just gonna
the
say
bud-
football.
Wait a minute. The county budget is the county budget. The county budget that covers academics. See, now this is what, and I'm trying to stay rough and without becoming the other guy.
Okay, don't be that guy. I
But
respect
the
that.
reality is, now we're getting into why civics is important because we have people who obviously don't understand how local government works, and this is also why parents need to be participants beyond yelling and screaming on Facebook for your children. I said it, so you don't put it on none of these other guys in here. I'm telling you. But the reality, no, the reality is,
How the kids
we,
gonna get
if
to the
you are
games, though?
building houses in Hillsborough County, their property taxes is how you fund the schools. So the money is there. You're not putting $600,000 houses up and getting money for
Amen.
taxes, and I can't get kids to sporting events.
Straight up.
But-
I tell you
but-
what,
that-
next
oh,
time we
no.
somebody look up the next Hillsborough County School Board meeting.
That's crazy.
No,
I'll be
but
there.
you gotta look at
I'm with
no,
you. That
And my
messes up.
kid, and I'm gonna say this: my kids, I was blessed. My son graduated from Jesuit. My daughter graduated from Berkeley.
So
But that don't
private
change
school ain't
anything.
got to worry about that.
Private
though.
schools don't got to worry
Yeah,
about
But that, I don't care about that. I'm talking about the public school. I
Right.
went to the University of Thomas Jefferson High School. We didn't have these issues.
On Cypress Street, I know that too.
What's the address? 4401.
Before you say it enough, 44.
Okay,
I
so
know
if
that.
you don't know
I think I
anything
went
about that,
there.
everybody in
Hey,
you feel like I went there. You know, don't you can
Say
only
what?
feel
Say
like
what,
that.
Waldo?
So is the issue, like he's saying, the property taxes and all of that, but they putting up the property taxes that they not going to build no houses by
building
check. They ain't building no
But
houses by
that is
check.
parent participation. You go down there and you tell the people that I vote for, this is what you're going to make sure happens. If you get my money,
So we're gonna have some forfeits this year then.
No, this was like this last year as well, correct?
Oh, I wouldn't.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
So let's say if Leonard plays Leto,
Drive there.
Ruskin to
But see, the way they do it now is they try to schedule all the ones that's close. So I think
Okay,
the
in the
coaches
cluster.
get the. I
in the
think
cluster
the
like
coaches,
East Bay, so like
yeah,
And now
East
that's
Bay,
messing up.
Sumner,
Leonard,
Leonard,
Riverview,
Spoto,
okay,
Brandon. So all that in that
Bloomingdale.
area.
Relax, dog.
Hey man, listen, hey, we go
Hey, this is how we were August 3rd. When we was at Jefferson High School, we had to do the presentation of what we were trying to do to help the Hillsborough County basketball
Man, my head
players.
is starting to hurt.
Man, this is what we've been on, man. I swear to God.
That's
this is
crazy.
what
I
we've
mean,
been
I'm
on.
just, I'm
I
still
was
like,
unaware, and I apologize.
I ain't gonna lie to you,
ahead
I
of
wouldn't have
time.
been able to play. I wouldn't have been able to play. In today's, I wouldn't have been able to play.
You know what that does?
Because my mom working, how she gonna get me
Yeah,
to
but
the
how do you
game?
get continuity with your team if you can't guarantee that somebody's going to be there? But beyond that, you don't
And
even build. I won't say esprit de corps, that's military, but you don't build the kind of camaraderie that you would need. We're talking about bus drivers, and we're talking about people who don't put anything into the kids. But somebody, I guarantee you one thing. I bet you nobody's salary on the school board went down.
I bet you that.
Oh, that's
I
probably.
know y'all got a mayor out here who I ain't got nothing against your public service workers who just got a 20% raise, right?
And they're gonna raise property tax after Ian. They
That's
just
not-
spoke about that today.
Because you got insurance companies that are
Yeah,
going
that's
to
what I'm saying.
solve
So
it.
they go-
But I don't want to
that.
go into that other guy because I like to continue to look like this guy. But the reality is, when you have insurance companies going under, then the state of Florida ends up picking up the policies of the ones that go out. So you always have your insurer of last resort. But I'm back on Hillsborough County. Anywhere in the 72 counties of the state of Florida, we should not have a problem getting young men and women to
Bro,
their
that's
sporting
crazy.
events.
Man. I'm still like,
Where is
The number
the
7
lottery
biggest
money going?
district in the nation.
say what, Waldo?
Where's the lottery money going? That's supposed to go to the school. Where the
The
lottery,
lottery
money
money
going?
should have been a supplement. And I remember when the lottery. I was in the military, I think, when they started it though. But the lottery money was a supplement. So if your budget was say $100 million and the lottery made 40, you're not supposed to take 40 out of the budget and put it somewhere else and appropriate it somewhere else. Then you now should have 140 million, or whatever the percentage of the lottery money was. So.
Well, look,
Where's
Listen,
that
there's
money
been a lot of
going?
misappropriating of funds and Brett Favor,
okay,
and stuff
keep,
like that.
hey, keep your punches up, man. Listen,
Hey, listen, bro. Listen, no, listen. We're talking about misappropriating of funds. We sending immigrants to Martha Vineyards with a misappropriation of funds.
yeah.
I can't get kids to school to games, but I can spend $12 million to have my buddy
Don't get him started. Brady done got that divorce lawyer. Yeah, he gonna be sick this week. But we're gonna run this real quick, man. We'll get back with TK. We're gonna run these football real quick, Waldo. So I'm gonna call the games out. Tell you I know you picking, Serge picking. So we're gonna have some fun with this. So TK, just chill. We're gonna run this real quick. We're gonna be long. Thursday night,
like the
SMU. I'm gonna start with Waldo first. SMU at Central Florida. Central Florida getting 3. Who you like?
I like SMU.
Oh,
AMG, who you like?
he changes.
Mustangs.
Tay, who you like?
Stains.
Okay. Stain.
Yep.
I'm going with Central Florida at home, going under too. Take the under.
Okay. Serge, who you riding with?
SMU.
Okay, so
Always take
hold
that.
on, Dave said who you said South to the Florida
I'm going,
SMU.
Aslan, man. You got to go with the teacher, not the student.
Go to teaching.
Okay. So he got I got SMU
Hey,
too.
hey, don't think them NIL deals for the whole team gonna help y'all. This
Okay,
week.
Nebraska with their new coach, favored by 3 at Rutgers. AMG, who you liking that?
Give me Rutgers.
Okay.
I'm taking the over.
You take who?
I'm taking the over with
Take over.
Rutgers.
Who you like on Nebraska?
Nebraska is terrible this year.
Okay.
And they were last year. That's why they ain't
I
got.
like Rutgers too.
Coaching.
Who you riding with?
Oh, give me Josh Youngblood, Berkeley Prep graduate over there
Okay.
at Rutgers. Yeah.
Sir, who you got?
Rutgers.
Dade City.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Rutgers, man. I ain't seen nothing in Nebraska.
Okay. Another AAC matchup. Houston at Memphis. Memphis getting 3.
Memphis is getting 3.
No, Memphis giving 3. I'm sorry, they're favored by 3. Excuse me.
Yeah, I want. Give me Memphis.
Yeah, I take Memphis to my man Sutton Smith over there. Who you riding with, Squid?
Where they playing?
At Memphis. Always the second team who I call that. That's who I'm on.
Okay, you ain't
You got to do that Joe Club. Try to go
Said
back to
Houston.
TK.
Give me Memphis.
Okay.
You said Houston,
Houston at Memphis.
Let me go Houston.
Okay, Tay going against the grain. Start out. Go ahead, AFG. Who you got?
D Rose.
Okay, D Rose. Okay.
Okay.
Sir, who you got?
Give me Coach Penny.
Coach Petty. Okay.
Terrible.
Dade City.
I'm going with Memphis.
You going to Memphis? Okay. Hey, and notice Dade City got his white styrofoam drinking on that. You know that lean out there.
Hey, you know I'm in Texas, dog. Hey, I'm in Texas.
You know that drip down this shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now
that's
this is double
what
here. Purdue at Maryland favored by 3. That Waldo like Purdue.
No, you don't.
Hey.
Yes, he do.
They gonna knock
Purdue.
Maryland
Pur-
out.
Yeah. You like Purdue?
Purdue tough. Purdue
Okay.
tough. But I ain't going with Purdue though. I'm going with Maryland.
Okay. AMG, who you got?
I'm gonna try Purdue.
Okay. Ruff?
They're at home. Give me Maryland.
Okay. I like Purdue. Who you got?
I'm not picking Purdue in nothing.
Okay.
I'm on Maryland with the over.
Surge.
Purdue.
But Tua
Okay.
Tonga Valois, brother. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Louisville favored by 4 at Virginia. I like Louisville.
I know that's definitely an under.
Surge?
At Virginia.
Yeah.
Let me go with Virginia.
Okay. AMG.
I like the Birds.
Okay. Dade City.
Give me Lil Lamar. I like Malik Cunningham, man.
Okay.
Virginia's gonna cover. Give me Virginia to win.
Okay. Tell you got Virginia, you got Louisville.
Louisville.
Okay. Game day, first time ever at Kansas. Hosted TCU. Kansas is getting 7.
That
Who
ain't-
y'all like?
That ain't enough.
I like TCU by 21.
That ain't enough.
Running clock, okay. AMG, who you riding with?
Give me Kurt Thomas.
Okay. Old school, okay, check you out.
Kansas got to show me something.
Okay. What you got, Dade City?
This is gonna get.
Hey,
Oh, wait.
one thing about it, Kansas is 5-0. Kansas game day first time they gonna be crunking Kansas. But give me TCU.
Hey, he did the damn how he set you up. Tell you how you ride TCU big. Ruff, who you ride with?
Man, this is gonna be brutal. This is gonna be a welcome to reality moment for
So it's gonna get ugly.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be bad.
Second half, you watching something else?
Well, I might go something about second quarter.
Okay.
I ain't watching it.
Now I know a game near dear to my man Tays Hart, the Longhorns, Red River Shootout.
Man,
Oklahoma, Texas favored by 7.
Shoot out both of them.
Give me whoever Texas playing.
Okay.
He must didn't see Oklahoma last week.
Man, that was terrible. dude.
AMG, who you
You
got?
didn't see Oklahoma last week,
I
huh?
don't care who Texas playing. You know what?
Ruff, who you ride with?
Glad you picking your toes on.
Man, neither one of them are any good. Man, give me Texas.
Sir, who you got?
Let me get
They
Texas.
gonna mess
Okay.
around and fire. What you call this first?
You had TCU too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oklahoma?
No, Texas.
Okay.
Isn't it? This
I already know who Tay like. Tay ride with them. Okay, SEC, that is tricky. Tennessee favored by 3 at LSU down there in Baton Rouge. 12 o'clock game though, so they'll still be dropping Friday night. Who you ride with, Dave City?
Hendon Book.
Okay, that's enough for me. I like Tennessee also. Ruff, who you like?
Tennessee. LSU.
All right.
Good.
I don't think LSU good.
AMG, who you got?
It pains me to say Tennessee.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, I'll go with Tennessee.
Everybody was Tennessee. Don't want to upset Waldo. UCLA, who just beat Washington last week, got them off their undefeated season. Hosting Utah. Utah's favored by 4. I like UCLA.
Give me Utah.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you do not.
I like UCLA. I'm trying them.
I'm going with UCLA.
I'm trying
too.
them. I'm trying them. I'm trying them.
They finna get.
I'm trying
I'm
them.
not
They
picking
ain't
Utah
said
no more.
They ain't said you trying Utah.
Nothing no more.
I ain't trying Utah. I'm taking Utah. Them gangbangers ain't gonna do
Man,
nothing
they
to
finna-
Utah,
Okay.
man.
Kill you,
Sir, who you ride with?
Give me Charles O'Bannon.
Okay.
Wow.
I like that. AMG, who you got?
Give Kareem.
Who?
Kareem.
Kareem. Okay,
Cap.
listen.
That's
Let me
Cap.
tell you something.
That's Cap.
I'm gonna quote the late great Cuda Patterson out of Evo City. One thing Cuda always told me: can't call this shit. The game got to be played. And you ain't got nothing to do with who gonna win it.
Right.
The game got to be played.
Yeah,
So
they
for
do.
that being said, my partner Cuda P, I'm taking UCLA. Okay,
Utah.
University of Miami
Whoever they playing,
hosting North Carolina. Miami getting 4.
They ain't getting enough.
I'm taking North Carolina.
That's crazy.
I'm riding with Tay.
I'm taking North
Yeah, I'm
Carolina.
riding. Me and Tay ride. We ride pretty decent. Sir, who you got?
You know what? I'm gonna go with Miami.
Okay. AMG.
I'm going to Hurricanes.
Okay. Wall Day City.
So since we talking about Hurricane, Ian gone. Ian gone. So all
Okay,
that
who you
Hurricane
got
got
there?
dead.
Nobody that lost Middle Tennessee.
Miami.
Hurricane dead. So I'm going with North Carolina.
Bro.
Miami.
Okay.
They're not gonna lose twice in a row.
Okay. They ain't like they can't. I'm telling you, y'all be saying like they ain't like they
I
can't.
sure like
They ain't like
Hey, we got.
I sure
Hey,
don't
yeah.
like them.
Hey, we got 2 spread games that we was off last week. Ohio State is getting 27 at Michigan State. Does Ohio State cover?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
They gonna fire.
Get 'em out
Ruff,
of
what you? Okay, what you got, Dave City?
I really think Michigan State is a really formidable opponent. A very tough team.
Do they
But
cover
I like
27?
Ohio State to cover. I like Ohio State to cover.
Okay. AMG, what you got?
I like Ohio State by far.
Serge, I already know Serge got.
Yeah, you already
You ride
know.
with the Buckeye?
This gonna be ugly, bro.
Okay,
They gonna
ugly.
fire this brother.
And the other game, the other game, hey, the other spread game,
Too.
This
the
game not
other,
even
hey,
good
the
enough.
other spread game is gonna be the get back game. Nick Saban accused Jimbo Fisher of getting money, so A&M goes to Alabama. Alabama is giving 24. They gonna beat Texas A&M to death. They need to get Johnny Football and Mike Evans back for them. They gonna get beat to death,
I don't know, D. Is
Miles
Bryce
Garrett.
Young gonna play?
huh?
Bryce
Young
playing?
hurt.
Man, they can go get
I don't care who
they
they got.
go get Greg McElroy from SEC Network. they gonna beat the snot out of Texas A&M. So I ain't gonna fall for the banana tailpipe. Listen, 8 o'clock game in Tuscaloosa. Jimbo ready to bout about Nick Saban.
Hey,
That's that get back.
Alabama already got their wake up call.
Yeah. So
Ain't no
like
more
A&M with
Alabama.
24.
I think A&M can do it
Okay.
just because
Yeah,
I
I
don't
like
like
A&M.
Alabama.
Okay.
That's a
That's
lot of
fine.
points.
No problem. Tell who you riding with.
A&M not
Bama?
good, so give me Bama.
Okay. AMG, who you riding with?
You could have gave me 34. Give me Bama.
Yeah. What he said. Okay. All right. We got 4 more games.
Give me A&M.
Okay, you're served by yourself. Kansas State favored by 2 at Iowa State. I like the Cyclones. I got to try them. I'm stuck on them. I can't shake them.
They don't never seem to come through when they need to. Give me Kansas State.
Okay. Ruff, who you got? I mean, Squid, who you got? Not Squid. Walter, who you got?
Oh, I'm gonna go with Adrian Martinez and the Kansas State.
Okay.
Ohio State and Kansas.
No,
Iowa.
Kansas State at Iowa State.
At Iowa.
Kansas State getting 2. Favored by 2. Taking Kansas State?
I'm taking Darren Sproles.
Okay, respect. Sir, who you got?
Let me get Iowa.
Iowa State. Just
Iowa State, okay. For the upset, okay. AMG, who you got?
I'm gonna take Josh Freeman.
Josh Freeman, okay.
Go, boy.
Hey, Josh Freeman.
Yeah, that was when you was
a
a
lot
Buck
while he
fan.
was in the city. That's another conversation.
That
Illinois,
was when
favored by
Buck
4.
fan. Talk
Huh?
about that. That was when he was a Buck fan. We ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah, that's another story. Iowa at Illinois favored by 4.
Whatever the under, what's the under? 17?
20. I don't know. I like Iowa. I'm gonna try Iowa.
TK, what's the under in that game? About 20?
What you got? Dave said who you got? Iowa,
I know
Illinois.
they gonna get smoked.
They playing in Iowa.
Play at Illinois.
Who they play?
Iowa.
Illinois.
Iowa.
Give me Iowa. I like Iowa. Iowa gonna play defense.
Okay.
Both of them.
Serge, who you got?
Iowa.
All right.
Illinois.
AMG.
Iowa.
Okay.
Illinois is gonna kill them.
Say who you ride with.
Iowa.
Okay.
Illinois
So
is gonna
squared by itself. Okay.
kill them.
Notre Dame favored by 3. Hosted BYU. Not host. They play BYU in Las Vegas. 2 Catholic schools. That's gonna be different. Down in Las
That was a
Vegas.
Mormon school. What
That's a
you
more.
talking
Okay, excuse me. I apologize.
It's
Very
something
far
I ain't
with
gonna
him.
watch, but I'd say BYU.
I'm gonna take BYU too. They
Take
whip
BYU.
South Florida. I'm trying BYU. Who you like?
I need that Notre Dame for strength and integral win.
Okay. Selfish. Okay. Ruff, who you got, Ruff?
Let's go with Notre Dame. I get a brother.
You got Rudy, okay.
Then they gonna get on. They on track.
AMG, who you got?
They're terrible.
I'm gonna take Zach Wilson.
Okay. Dave City.
I'm going with the Fighting Mormons, man. I
Okay,
seen
I like
live-
Jimmer. I'm gonna take Jim. Okay, we got 2 more. FSU traveling to Raleigh, taking on NC State. NC State lost their first game last week.
So did we.
NC State's
So did
favored
we.
by, and so did Florida State. NC State's
you're
favored
right.
by 3.
I'm taking the over with NC State.
Okay. I like how you do these speak like, so eloquent. I'm taking the over with NC State. Who you like, Serge?
Give me Charlie Ward.
Okay. Chuck. AMG. Who you got?
Take Florida State, nothing.
Keep that
Okay.
energy. Keep that energy. Keep the energy.
I'm gonna take NC State respectfully. Dade City, FSU.
Yeah, you can go ahead and put me down for Tiger Jackson now.
And you got who you got?
Charlie Ward.
Charlie Ward. Okay. All right. And I already know who you got. I ain't gotta ask you.
Yeah, my
Last
brother
game,
got his
last
master's and his
game,
doctorate
last
from
game.
NC State, but that don't
Pro
matter.
game on Thursday. Indianapolis Colts 2-2. Going to Denver,
Battle
taking on
of-
the Broncos. They
Okay,
2-2.
The horses are playing.
Ugh.
That's an ugly game. Who we got?
Ugh.
I like Russ at the house.
I do too.
Keeping the NC State. Who you got?
Give me Sierra.
Sierra. Okay.
Ugh.
Who you got? Russ.
I like Russ too,
Okay.
and the under.
You like Matt Ryan?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Matt Ryan.
Okay. AMG.
This game is awful. Give me the Broncos.
I'm watching this game.
Okay.
Yeah, better fans to do.
Dade City.
It's gonna be a good game.
Hey, Russell Wilson bought Sierra her freedom papers, so I'm gonna ride with Russell Wilson. He bought a Masters, man. It got to work out for something, man.
Okay.
He gonna come.
He did that some years ago.
Who you got now? Who you got?
I like Matt Ryan.
All right. All right. AMG, I thank you for coming on, kicking it with us, man. What game you going to this weekend? You going to, well, I know they got some preseason games going. You going to maybe check out a Laker game this week? Or you might be an Arrowhead for the Monday night game.
I could have got some tick last night.
I can't miss that.
Game, 'cause we stopped playing. At the
Okay,
first quarter.
okay. Like Waldo said, let's say Ed, you got your hat on this week. Hey, Waldo, real convenient, ain't it?
Hey, it's crazy, ain't it? Crazy, boy. You ain't had a cheap hat on all year.
Hey, that's what they do when they win. So, hey, AMG, appreciate you kicking it with us, man. I ain't gonna hold you up. I know you got stuff you got to get to. So, hey, peace and love, bro.
Sure.
All right, thank you. Let's get back into it. We got these college games out the way. We still kicking it with TK. TK, I want to ask you something. Now, we just spoke about off record. We were talking about the importance of giving kids opportunities as far as say scholarships, exposure, like I say, interacting with the parents. What do you think? And this is always I always ask people because when it comes to athletics and academics in Hillsborough County, it seems like athletics is always what takes the precedent over academics. So the parents only into hoop, ball, whatever it is to get that look, but you got to have the grades to get. And you exhibit A, you had the grades, so there was no reason that you should have gone through your story. But like I say, something greater came from it, and I'm glad that worked out for you. But what message are you trying to give parents in a couple weeks? Because you're gonna have some resistance, and I just know that with our people, that's you gonna get that. So I don't know who's more of the diplomatic out of the two. I know Tay's a loose cannon, so you probably got to keep him.
But Tay's an actor. He's also he just works in the school system, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Tay's a coach. Tay's a coach.
He's also
But Tay's a
educator,
different.
though.
We're gonna
You're
talk
also
about
an
Tay during the show.
educator,
Tay's a different kind. You
Okay,
and Tay
okay,
you and Tay got a lot of similarities.
I work at USL.
Yeah, you and Tay got a lot of
You
similarities.
say it like it should be an insult.
So I guess TK gonna be the one that's.
Passionate.
I mean, could you go have the parents like, okay, well, my kid should be doing this, or
Terrible.
and I think that's the thing that I used to coach, and I coach. I ain't coach them the rec ball, but the parents today are so involved with their kid making it, they overlook so much stuff.
They're too involved.
Too
Emotionally.
involved. Absolutely. The number one thing they need to look at is the grades. No matter what, I don't care how good he is,
Spoken like a dragon.
you cannot do nothing without grades, period. Then also, I was one of those kids where my mom believed in me. She had a dream that I was, you know what I'm saying? She had a dream that I made it to the NBA, and she always told me that. I had a dream, God showed me you made it to the NBA. So if a parent has that dream about their kid, there's nothing you can stop that. Now it's up to that kid is to actually believe what their parent told them. If they had that dream themselves, go no matter what nobody tell you, still follow through as hard as you can with your dream.
But you work hard too, right?
And work hard with it.
Say that part again, Dragon.
You know what I'm saying? Like most that like he just said, is grades, executing all the way through with your dream, with your family, that potential that they see in you. Those are the first people that discover that potential. It's your family members. But it also takes that hard work, that dedication, that relentlessness of just not giving up and taking those no's for answer. But at the same time, we are going to tell you the truth. I think it's only 450 NBA players or something like that in the league.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I don't know the number of how many Division I colleges, but when you were speaking about OJ and Barry, I'm talking about is any college that you get a scholarship from is a great opportunity.
Absolutely.
It's a great opportunity.
Absolutely.
To
It's a
piggyback
check.
off what you saying, the parents, like me coaching AAU ball, and I hear so much unrealistic stuff. The parents got to be realistic about what's going
Tell
on.
them that again.
Parents got to be
Though.
realistic
You know,
about.
sometimes your child just sucks.
It's not even so. It's
Or they don't have next
They're-
level.
they're
okay,
realistic.
sucks may be hard, but they don't have next level potential.
they don't have D1 talent.
Say
Everybody
They
look at
have
D1
D1
talent like,
right.
oh, I want to go D1. Like that's not the only thing
That's
going.
not- yeah, you can
like,
play-
right,
you
you
play
you see some high level
D2,
JUCO
D3,
games.
Yeah, but like I said, you have
NIA.
opportunity. Yeah, if you get a look,
It's
I
free
tell people all the
college.
time, like I say, it's opportunity.
Check.
Right.
And
They
can we
have
get-
tournaments
hey,
like I think about.
I don't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
D, but let's get TK to talk about opportunities overseas as well. Because everybody think if they don't get to the NBA, their career is over with.
Yeah,
You see what I'm
go
saying?
ahead.
So like it's other avenues outside of making it to the NBA. There's other avenues outside of going D1. If you go D1, you might not make it to the league from a D1, but you can go play in Turkey. You can go play in Israel. You go play and make that bag. So it's other avenues instead of just going, I got to go D1.
Real talk, though. That's facts. That's fact. But I think
It's other avenues, and you just got to realize sometimes your kid they don't have D1 potential, but they continue to work on their game. They continue to get better every day. At the end of the day, they might have opportunity. They might have a shot to go somewhere else and still progress as a professional basketball player, progress as a professional athlete. You know what I'm saying? So it's other
Respect.
opportunities, and they just got to keep working on their craft. That's the main thing. And if they don't get them grades, that craft is over with.
respect.
Amen. And piggyback off of what you just said, I think the main goal for these kids, they just want to be a professional. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Just be a professional, be a
Right.
professional athlete. Okay, you want to get to the NBA, you want to get to this level, that level, but also going D2, D3. You still, when that season is over with, if you play well, you probably gonna get a chance of go somewhere, showcase somewhere, and get a chance to. Might have to start at a lower level overseas. But if you play better, work your way up, of course you're gonna get another opportunity to be seen. And that's why I want to bring up this point. A lot of guys, like you were saying earlier, a lot of guys at high school, they stop playing after high school ball. They don't got no offers or nothing like that. What happens to them?
Right.
9 times out of 10, some people be late bloomers. They develop their skill set a little bit later.
True.
You have to get around the right coach to develop you. But if you don't get that offer to get developed, you just sit here and be undeveloped, and now you feeling sorry for yourself, and now you trying to make a home run decision that's gonna lead you in a lot of problems.
Are there basketball camps and coaches like the way we know Trevor does what he does? Are there basketball coaches who help to cultivate skills for players who may be tweeners or may have? I mean, the ones who finish high school. Are there camps or places they can go that allow them to cultivate their skills?
Not that I'm aware of.
I don't world either.
Yeah.
Not
So
really.
once you finish high school and
Maybe
you
prep
really
school.
you really haven't had a shot. Like you really got to walk on somewhere. Like you might not be where you want to be, but you might have to walk on somewhere, man. Like
Well, see, the thing but you're talking about basketball, and I'm thinking about because basketball rosters are the smallest professional or the smallest roster of any of the sports anyway.
Right.
Even volleyball has a bigger roster than basketball. So well, to what you were saying, and probably to your passion like mine is, you got to be really, really good
Yeah.
in basketball.
In Hillsborough County.
Especially not even that.
No, I mean just in general,
in
to
general, yeah.
to get because basketball there's so many, the opportunities are limited because you got your guards, you got your forwards, you got very few centers.
But even that though, then now we got the overseas element, the dynamic. Well, they coming over now, they playing.
like they seem to be
Not
more
even
technically sound for some reason. I don't understand why that
They
is.
start younger. They start playing with adults earlier. We talk about Luka's been playing basketball since he was 14 years old, playing with
Professionally.
adults, professional.
Yeah, 'cause
So
of
we
Tony
go.
Parker.
Let's piggyback that. We go get back into this, man. Our last break, we brought to you, my man, in TK's neck of the woods, down there downtown Carver City, man. Conans, Mike Trigg, Eric Trigg. Salute to y'all, man. 813-870-0404. Go check them out. Best barbecue in the city. I stand on
shout out
that.
to Mike. And I just found out he was an insurance adjuster, man. Shout out to Mike Trigg.
Okay, Trigg wear a lot of hats. Okay, do your thing, boy.
Okay.
Sir, go and give us a little something before we get for our last break. Yeah, 20 years ago. That's what you reviewed this year. So we back at it for the fourth quarter, man, of Chop Shop. And I want to get into it with TK. I like to kick it a little bit when I get my guys come ahead and kick with me. Where were you when you got that call for the NBA? You know, like, what you remember what you were doing? 'Cause that's something like that just sticks out. Like, you know, like, man, that's something you'll never forget.
Actually, what's the right there by the causeway when you right there before you go to WTR?
Rocky Point.
Rocky Point. So
okay.
it's in that little corner there's these villas.
Yeah.
Those the
Okay.
villas. That's why I had my draft party. Not
Okay.
party, but
Get together,
Get
soiree,
together.
whatever.
Chase,
Okay.
My
With Chase
uncle,
Sweets right there?
Tommy. Shout out to Tommy Bell.
Hold on, say what, Waldo?
It wasn't over there by Bahama Breeze, was it?
Before that, Bahama Breeze on the right. Soon as you come off the interstate, it's to the left.
Oh, Rusty Pelican is.
The Sweets right
Before
there.
that.
The
He
Sweets.
talking about where the hotel.
Where the Hyatt at?
Where the Hyatt.
Oh, behind the Hyatt.
I know that.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay.
Gold Villas back
I
there.
know exactly what you're talking about. It used to be a club back in the day.
Okay.
I've got a name, but we just climbed the fence to go there. That's another story, but go ahead, though. Yeah.
Telling everybody.
So I ain't gonna.
The world, bro.
So we had the drive. We watched the drive there. My uncle. I remember getting out of the car. My uncle Tommy. This is my first time trying. What was that? Cristal. He had a bottle of Cristal, and he was like, "No matter what, nephew, if you get drafted, it don't even matter. We are proud of you. I know where you from.
Yeah.
You're from Carver City, and
Yeah.
you got a degree.
Yeah.
And we proud of you for that.
Yeah.
So he gave it to that. I popped it. We both took a shot of that, and we watched the draft. And I was being told that I was supposed to get drafted late, like number 40, like late round, second round, like
Okay.
very late. Ronaldo went 22. I think I went was like 46 or something like that.
Okay.
So we watching the draft. Next thing you know, I don't get called. So I
Okay.
ain't gonna lie to you, it hurt it.
Yeah.
It hurt it like a mug. It hurt it. Right after that draft, I got to skip some stuff. Right after that moment, okay, I go outside. I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm crying. My mom and them looking at me. The girl I was dating at the time, she looking at me like, "What you gonna do? This, that, and the other." I just left out of there, went for a walk, and on my way back, my girlfriend at the time, she gave me a hug. My mama was right there, so I'm sitting on. They got this little thing over the water, like this side water and this side the steps. So I got my foot over there by the water, just looking at the fish. And my mom was like, "Boy, what's wrong? Don't you jump down there?" I said, "Mom, I'm not gonna jump down there." I said, "Mom,
Shout out, mama.
I said, "Mom, I'm not gonna jump down there, man. I'm just getting my thoughts right." And in that conversation, my phone rang. It was my agent, and he had Jerry West on the line. Jerry West was on the phone. He said, "Torrance, we're glad that you didn't get drafted. You had an excellent workout, and we want you to come in. We're gonna give you a partial guarantee, and we want you to come in and try to make the team." So I was happy as on the way. I'm like,
Right.
"Well, okay, I got a partial guarantee, so I'm gonna get a check to go make a team."
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Okay, man." I told my mom, I said, "Man, I'm gonna go make this team." The very next day, I leave down there. I got down there 3 weeks before everybody got there. I'm working out. I wanted to learn the plays, to get familiar with the coaches, to
Yeah.
get some favoritism.
Right.
So we working out. Next thing you know, the day before training camp start, I go for a rebound. I get elbowed right here. I get a plate and 9 screws put. I broke 3 bones in my right cheek.
Oh, wow.
So I'm supposed to be out for 6 months, and I still got to make this team. So I'm in the hospital. Before I even get to the hospital, I remember holding my eye, and I still can see it. My teammate like, "Bro," because I'm holding my eye, but he still can see my eye because all the muscles right here were blowed out to the side.
Oh,
So
wow.
all this was puffy, and this was down. So my mom came. I'm in there. I had I think 4 surgeries on his eye. So I get a plate and 9 screws put in. Fast forward. I'm in the hospital for a week. I get out the second week. They still making cuts. They still playing, trying to make the team. So that second week, the coach and them come to me and say, "You know what, Kenzie, it's unfortunate what happened to you. We probably gonna have to let you go." So I was like, I remember at this time, I'm like, "Okay, I understand." So I'm not supposed to have no light contact or nothing, and I'm not supposed to get my heart rate up or anything. So I go to practice anyway. The next day, I'm talking my eye this big. I'm just sitting on the sideline like this here because the light was hurting it. I'm watching every play though. So every day they telling me, "Kenzie, how you feel? You got another game. Hopefully, you can't play, right?" I said, I know. We gonna have to cut you today." I said, "Man, you can't cut me today, coach. Can y'all please just let me be the last cut so I can get my best of my experience with the NBA?" They said, "We'll see what we can do." It was 4 games left. The very next day after they told me that, they came back a day and a half later. "Kenzie, we gotta let you go, man." I'm like, "Damn. Gotta let me, all right." So I called my agent. I said, "Man, they about to let me go." I said, "I want to play tonight." Remember, my eye's still big. They said, "I want to play tonight." They're like, "You can't play." So I told the coach, I said, "Coach, what do I got to do to play tonight?" He said, "Well, first thing first, we got to find a way to get the NBA to approve it." The NBA didn't approve it. They pretty much said, "You got to get your primary doctor to approve it." And they said, pretty much, if you die, you die. That's on you. So my primary doctor signed and it said, I had to say, whatever happens to me, I take full responsibility.
Waiver, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Waiver,
So
okay.
I signed that. Then it was like, "Well, you don't know. This is a game against." My first game was Miami Heat. So they was like, "You don't have a face mask or anything like that." I said, "Man, in the training room, there's a face mask." I believe that was Brian Cardinals. So Brian Cardinals,
Purdue, yeah.
Brian Cardinal had a face mask back he had used last year. So I used his face mask. I'm talking about it's not molded to my face. It's not. You got 2 big straps. So
Yeah,
it's
I've
just
seen
loose.
those.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I put that on, and they was like, "Well, do you know any plays, anything like that?" I said, "Man, I know the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the sideline out of bounds, the baseline out of bounds, and the special team play. And not special team play, but the shot, the shot clock plays." They're like, "All right, bet, go play." My first game in the NBA was I ain't practiced over a month. Got a plate 9 screws out this big. Scared as I don't know what. Playing against the way. Every time I root, I just feel like my cheeks shaking. And long story short, through the grace of God, we prayed. Me and my mama like we do every game. I went out there and hooped. Played well. The first game played well. The second game, third. But my minutes was getting lower and lower. So I'm thinking I'm about to get cut. Like that first game I had 10. The second game I had like 8, 6. Then I had 8 the last game. I went from 27, 13, 12 in like 10 minutes or something like that. So at the end of the game.
Hold on, I don't mean to cut you off, sir. Can we go a little later? We know I'm stopping at 9. Okay, good.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, this is
Say
good.
less.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's go. Let's run it.
So he's so coach said, "Kenzie, I just want you to know, man, you made the team." So I'm thinking that it was. Matter of fact, let me rewind the tape a little bit. I don't want to miss this part. So this is the last game against Richard Hamilton.
Was
So
was Hubie the coach then?
No, damn, I can't think of who the coach was.
It'll come to you. Let's go. Let's keep going.
I can't think of the coach.
So you had to guard Rip.
So I'm guarding Rip, right? So we mask the mask,
face mask.
and I'm looking at Rip face mask.
I'm about to say
His
height too.
way smoother than mine. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at him. Mine's loose. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about Rip is cooking, bro. I'm talking about he had like a quick 17 in like 5 minutes.
Run forever.
And I'm running off of every screen. I'm hitting every screen. Every time I hit a screen, it just feels like my cheek. I'm talking about pain, bro.
I feel you.
Hurting. So I'm at halftime. I remember sitting at halftime like this here with I put my helmet. There it is.
Mark, I don't even know who that. I never.
Aberroni.
Mark
Aberroni. Okay, yeah. Yeah,
Um,
you used to play for the Sixers back in the day. Whoever gave that, thanks for that heads up. Go ahead, keep going, brother.
So I had my mask on my knee. I'm just sitting there like, man, I'm about to get cut. Rip just got 17 on me real quick. And I'm sitting at the team left, and Coach Anderson come back in. And this is what we do for college. This is what Carlos Powell, like he called dog work every time we work out. Because we used to, no messing around. We used to eat dog food before we play big games. So just bite one. So during this thing, I said, you know what, I got to make this team. I grabbed my dog food and I bit it. And I remember it hurting so bad, so I had to suck it and let it dissolve. And Coach Anderson walk up and be like, "Kenzie." So I'm like, yeah, I had to talk with dog food in my mouth. And I'm like, man. He said, "Are you sure you want to play some more?" He said, "You don't have to play if you don't want to." I said, "Man, I'm playing." He said, "Well, you finna start this second half." So on my way out, I grabbed a mustard milk, drank to wash that down, and went out there. And that's when I think I got my 8 points that second half. After that game, that's when Coach was like, "Man, I just wanted to let you know, man, you made the team." And Junior Harrington and all of them, they couldn't even say nothing because Junior was supposed to make the team. He played well too.
Okay.
They was like, based off of the way you came in with your injury and how you knew the plays, he said you made the team off of the first game. And we dropped your minutes down because we were trying to save you a little bit. Truth be told. Then they set me down, let me heal up for 6 months. After them 6 months, I had 2 weeks to practice. Mike Miller, Damon Jones, Mike Miller, Damon Jones, and Eddie Jones. Eddie Jones, Mike Miller, and Damon Stoudemire. All 3 of them got hurt. So they was like, "Kenzie, you want to hoop?" Coach just threw me out there. That first game I had a dub. So then after that game, Jerry West said, "You think you could do it again?" I said, if I play. He said, "Well, go out there." He said it. Go out there and do it again. Man, that last month in my rookie year, I won Rookie of the Month.
I remember that. That's such a great story. I'm telling you, like you hear about certain things. I'm just sitting back, and I'm just like, man,
That's how
you can't make it up. You can't make that up. No cap. That's what I'm saying. Like that's crazy. But that shows your dedication, and that's what these young people have to understand. You did the sacrifice that you made to get there. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like a lot of people look at the NBA as it's a players' league, so you probably got about say maybe 40 to 50 guys that their story is pretty. They played with the school, really good.
It was the man.
Top draft pick. Yours is gutter, bro.
You got yours.
It's yours. You got yours from the mud. from the mud. I mean, ain't highly touted, highly acclaimed, highly recruited, under the radar. Your granddaddy was dead on as far as say, hey, we not wasting our time with this opportunity. But that's why I say, and that triggers. That's a different kind of motivation because you know what's at stake.
Absolutely.
If I'm trying to get here, I want to eat.
Absolutely.
I want to eat, and I ain't gonna let nobody take my
That's one of
plate.
the things I think a lot of kids don't hear from anybody else either is that, dude, I don't care what you did in school. I'm here to eat. I'm here to eat.
Right.
Even if I got to eat you,
Swear to God.
I'm here to eat.
It's like that Bradley Bill when he was talking to his AU.
Oh yeah,
His AU
that's
boy.
classic. That's classic.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna can't none of one of y'all beat me. I'll never forget what he said, and he gave it to him like it was. But I think today's ball player, social media, and then a lot of these kids are coddled.
And
That's what I don't like. Get on your kids, make your kids accountable, because you have to set that example.
They're not really tough. That's what
They're not. They're not
tough.
mentally. They're not mentally
tough.
tough. They're not mentally tough. Like, don't yell at my baby. What?
You
I'm glad
ain't
you
gonna
brought
make
that
it.
up. I'm
Don't
glad
yell
you
at my
brought that
baby.
You
up.
ain't gonna make it.
No, you can't.
Do you know when you go to college or overseas or NBA, your kid finna get cussed out?
Oh yeah, no doubt about that.
Because you represent somebody's ability to pay their mortgage. That's what you represent.
Right.
I'm not gonna lose my mortgage because you can't play or you don't. You like you said you knew the plays, which is not surprising. You went to the University of Jefferson. But learning the plays.
We have 5, 6 Jefferson. Let me go to Waldo real quick, 'cause I know.
But it matters. It's the mentality.
You right. So I forgot we just talked about with getting on your kid. Walt, Dane City.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tell us your Tonelli story. What he told you couldn't ride the bus.
To Nelly's story. Tonelli ain't give a damn about. He ain't care about none of that. So we was in Boca Ciega. We was in Dunedin.
Listen to
And
this.
I played against Jimmy Baxter. So Jimmy Baxter was hot in high school. Top athlete in Pinellas County. One of the top athletes in Florida. So we played against him. I had a big play against Jimmy Baxter, and I thought the ball went out of bounds, and I stood staring at Jimmy Baxter, and the ball was still in play, and a bit hit a 3. So when he hit the 3, Coach Tonelli pulled me out the game, so he hot. We go into the locker room, and he going off on me. In the locker room, I think we was down like 3 points or something, and he going in the locker room, he going off on me. So I went back at him. We cussing and arguing. Coach Tonelli said, "Hey, you gonna have to find a way back. You gonna have to find a way back from Dunedin. You gonna have to find a way back all the way from Dunedin." I'm in there like, man, you got me messed up, dog.
You had to find a way back.
But no, I rode the bus back. But he kicked me out of the team. But I ended up like 2 games later. I got back. They let me back on the team. But it's just like coaches like that, like kids today, like the coaches will probably let him run over them. You know what I'm saying? So they're going with that, bro.
No.
Bro, when he told me that, I was like, what? He said, you got to find a way back. I'm like, what?
Straight up.
Hey,
And he didn't even care. Like today, like I don't care how you get back.
yeah,
And another, let me give you another Tonelli story. So our first basketball game with Coach Tonelli, like we the new, like I was there the first class graduate, first year award ever played sport. Coach Tonelli, the quietest, the calmest like person outside of basketball. So like if you don't know him in the game, you ain't gonna really know Tonelli. So like he's so quiet and calm and peaceful, and then he get in the game like he a different animal. You know what I'm saying? That competitive is bring it out of him. So he been cussing at us like the whole summer league, the practices before the league start. But his teachers and his coworkers, they ain't never seen this out Tonelli. So he get in the game, he cussing, he throwing clipboard, he doing all this, and the teacher had a whole teacher meeting, bro. Told him, "Hey man, I think you need to calm down on the side." So they told us, like they called the basketball players in there, and they was like, well, we talked to Tonelli and we told him that he going too hard on y'all. He got to calm. I was like, shit. I mean, hey, we've been dealing with this, bro, like the whole summer. Like, thought this what it was. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he kind of changed a little bit, but that dog was still in him. You know what I'm saying? And that's how he was. And me and him, we butted heads like both years, like my junior and senior year of high school, we butted heads. But after that, like man, he got my picture in his office. You know what I'm saying? But
Wow.
Yes,
outside of that, like me and him, like man, we super cool right now. You know what I'm saying? Super cool.
Yeah,
Good dude.
Absolutely.
And I
He
think
just
that's
wanted the best for me and the player.
right. But like you said, but he saw something in you, and sometimes that's tough love. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with it. But I think some kids today they not built for that.
At all.
Because when you get on their kids, they become fragile. Don't yell at my baby. Don't scream. Don't do all that.
You're supposed to be able to take your kid to the court or to the field, and then you let them go. That's the coach.
But the game done changed.
Yes.
So wait a minute. Before we get out of here, I'm going to get back to TK. We got to pick these high school games. Dave said, you picking?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick. I just want to tell TK one story. When your senior year, I was stationed in South Carolina at Sumter, and I went up to 5 points. Man, y'all had the club. You and Ronaldo had the club so lit, bro.
Man, he is gonna tell
Y'all had the
you
club
everybody.
so lit, bro. And I'm gonna tell you, hey,
I want to hear
I came in the club.
Hey, Walter, you remember the name of the club? What's the name of the club?
I don't remember the name of the club. I don't remember. We was in 5 points though. And I walked in and I came in the club. I said, man, both of them niggas definitely Tampa, dog. So I walk in and I'm with my homeboy. I said, bro, put on for the city. He said, hey man, get this nigga some drinks, bro. Man, get this nigga some drinks, bro. I said, bro, I sure appreciate it, bro. We was in there, but y'all had that bit lit, bro.
That's love. Hey,
I appreciate it.
We was in 5 points, bro. It was probably 05.
Wow.
yeah, TK had a key to the city. He had a key to the city. Hey, he had a key to the city. Hey, they put on real decent though.
The head.
They play Kane Wayne with it.
They might did, cause they were playing Kane Wayne, but they were doing the Kane Wayne dip. They had like a little line dance for the Kane Wayne.
Hey, we'll get to the real quick. Wingstop Chop Shop, Super 13, brought to you by Wingstop. Got 4 locations in the Bay Area. Actually, they got more, but my partner, we got one in Wesley Chapel, one in Lutz, one right down 56 at Bush, and where it all started right down 30 Fowler, 813-903-9464. Going to get some of them corn here soon. We get out of here. All right, Gate that Bloomingdale. Bloomingdale won it last too. I'm gonna try Bloomingdale.
I don't know why. Let's go with Gaither.
Say who you got.
Gaither for sure.
Bloomingdale.
Dade City, who you got?
Game.
Okay. All right. Carrollwood Day at Lemon Bay. I'm gonna try Carrollwood Day. I'm represent the city. I'm trying to try them. Spoto and Lato.
Carrollwood Day. Spoto.
Lato 2 and 3. They just got beat 7-1 donut last night though.
Give me
Who
Spoto.
played?
Jazoot.
Oh,
But they're gonna beat Spoto. Anybody trying?
I like Spoto.
Okay.
They still Lato.
Okay.
It's
Say who you ride with.
go Lato.
All right, who you ride with, Dave Sid?
Can't pick Lato, man. Give me somebody else.
Okay. Robinson at Freedom. Freedom ain't won a game yet. I'm gonna take Robinson.
Did they score?
They have scored.
Okay.
Not a lot. But I like Robinson. You same thing?
Yeah, Robinson.
Well, Plant for it. No, I'm sorry, not Plant. Alonzo at Riverview. Alonzo just lost 37 to Plant City. It was undefeated. No longer in the 13. They fell out.
I want Lonzo.
All right. I'm gonna take Alonzo too. Riverview 3-2, but I'm gonna try.
They're at home too. Give me Riverview.
Okay.
They run that veer still.
Dave City, who you got?
I'm gonna go with the Sharks. You know, my mama in Apollo Beach. She right up the street.
Okay, Lego. All right. Getting into the 13. Sumner, who just lost to Durant 14-13 at 13, hosting Leonard. Leonard yet to win a game. Sumner lost their last 2, but I think Sumner get back this week.
They got out the schneid this week.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was out there. I rode past something, and I like the ambiance when I rode by there.
Number 12, Plant, plays their rival Jefferson Friday. Who you liking that day, Sid?
Plant.
Okay. Tay,
Plant versus who?
Jefferson, at Jefferson.
University.
Say it right.
I'm gonna try Jefferson.
I don't
Plant.
know where that is.
Okay.
University is.
Okay. Okay, Tay say Jefferson. Yeah, I'm riding with him. And Tay got Plant. Okay. Zephyr Hill hosted South Summit. South Summit ain't lost the game. I don't think Zephyr Hill gonna beat them. I hate to say that, Marcus, but I don't think Zephyr Hill gonna beat them.
They're not.
South Summit tough.
I don't know nothing about South Summit.
A lot of
but I'm
bros
taking
over there.
Yeah.
A lot of
I'm
bros.
taking them.
Strawberry Crest lost to Plant 17. There they host Middleton. They number 10.
Crest.
Yeah. But Middleton just beat Chamberlain 49 then on their
Chamberlain
homecoming.
ain't scored
Yeah, they-
all year.
We're gonna get to them. We coming up on them. Number 9, Blake at King. King beat Brandon 35 for their first win.
They're not gonna
Yeah, I
win.
like Blake.
They're not going to win.
Blake. Shout out to McCullough Val over there, the principal. East Bay hosting Chamberlain.
East Bay.
Okay.
She just say Chamberlain ain't scoring no points.
They
Yeah.
ain't scored not 1 point all year.
Yeah. Okay. Durant at Sickles. That should be decent. I like Durant.
Yeah, Durant.
I say Durant they gonna play. Just run the ball.
Tampa Capital going down to Winter Haven. That's tricky.
Winter Haven.
Winter Haven.
Okay, Dade City.
If they anything like my Winter Haven, it's gonna be ugly.
I'm gonna go with Haven too, man. I don't really like Temple Catholic too tough.
Okay, that's fair. Onboard at Steinbrenner. Running clock. Everybody gonna play this week.
Yep,
Hope they ain't got it for homecoming.
probably.
Okay, our game of the week is Newsom hosting Warden. Both of them 5-1. Okay, hey, we had Newsom.
Last time
Okay, Tech beat them 28-3.
and I told you it was gonna be
It was
gonna be a blowout. Give
Okay.
me Warden in the blowout.
Okay. Well, I already know Dade City alumni, so I ain't gonna try him. You going Newsom by yourself?
No, it's gonna be Wharton.
Okay.
Rawr.
It's all wrong with the Wildcat. Hey, then Waldo, your Jesuit played the Carroll City Cartel, Clearwater Central Catholic, CCC. Who you like in that?
I'm gonna go with the boys' school.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with
Tell you
Jesuit,
who you
man. I
like.
think are they in Clearwater?
No, it's at Jesuit.
Okay, I like Tigers.
I don't know nothing about
It ain't gonna be
Clearwater.
It's gonna be Clearwater because
They usually got a squad though.
They play tough.
No, Jerry
All right.
should have kept the quarterback.
And the number 1 team in the area, Tampa Bay Tech at Hillsboro.
That's gonna
Give
be
me Tech.
They gonna
Yeah,
kill
Tech just put up 75 last night
40.
on Freedom. So let's get back until we got that out the way. So we got our games in. So let's get back with TK with this going through, like I say, making it to the NBA.
Richard Jefferson.
Let me
I got
say,
a question for you.
Jersey retired.
I got a question for you. What was the one thing you remember most about playing for the Cleveland Cavaliers? Because I didn't know you played for Cavs.
Yeah.
I looked it up, and I was like, oh.
The most memorable
TK bless his
game-
heart. He Cleveland fan. He from
Yeah,
Cleveland.
Cleveland fans. That's why he can't control himself.
That's
He got
right.
a Cavs jersey on.
I
His
think-
love surge ain't tripping.
I mean, you can,
Really
of course,
still
you can
does.
say a LeBron story. You can, but I think the most impressive thing was how the organization was ran. You really couldn't. We all knew who the owners and the man was. But from the top all the way down to the bottom, everybody got treated the same, with the same amount of respect, the same amount of love. It was like, yeah, you got LeBron. Yeah, you got the GM. No disrespect to like a janitor or whatever they were
Yeah.
their position. What? Man, janitor, what's up? It was all love. It was just,
What's happening?
man.
Okay.
It's like, man, because I know how I am. Like, I'm a low key. I'm not no
Yeah, you grind. I just say
egotistic
right.
type
Yeah,
of
you
guy.
grounded. Like I say, you ground. You could be, but you
So-
grounded. Like I said, that's respect.
So when I'm gonna be nice to everybody regardless.
don't know about in
but
South
when I
Carolina,
see
though.
somebody else being the
Hold
same
on.
level,
Say what, Waldo?
I said I don't know about South Carolina. That boy was famous in South Carolina.
don't do me like that, man. But it was just the love I would give. It was like
Yeah.
somebody was giving more love than what I was giving. It was like a competition of giving
Okay.
love. So
Favorite NBA city? Traveler, just on the road.
I like Toronto was amazing.
Yeah.
A lot of brothers say that. See?
Toronto was amazing.
Okay.
It was. And
Best city for nightlife. Now, sometimes you might do that. Because I know, like I've heard coaches say, if you do Friday in Atlanta, or you might do Saturday shot like we do Atlanta, guys. We can't do both. Yeah, we can't do both. Can't do Atlanta, Miami. We can't. Please don't schedule that for us, because that's asking a lot.
It's asking a whole lot.
When I was traveling with the Nuggets, man, Them two nights in LA when you had to play the Lakers and the Clippers.
Now, see, the NBA, that's kind of like, and then what they'll do, I've noticed that they'll let you play like Friday night, you'll play the Clippers, then you come back Sunday night and catch the Lakers.
You ain't gonna be the
So
same.
you-
So you're on the West Coast.
Yeah,
You
you-
over there.
If you go on the West Coast trip from the East Coast, they'll try to do it, or they'll do it to where you playing the Clippers one night and then you'll fly like to Portland and
Okay.
then come right back to LA. So
Okay. Boring NBA city.
that's easy.
Cleveland.
Utah.
Cleveland. Okay.
They was born in LA. Cleveland.
It wasn't Utah though. Utah was terrible.
Utah terrible?
Utah
for sure.
was terrible.
Really?
Okay.
Utah most definitely.
Okay.
Milwaukee was
Slow.
Yeah,
You really kick it?
we ain't
Okay.
really doing anything.
Let me ask you this. Anybody you played, and I mean you a fan, you know, before you even got to the league, anybody you got to the court and like, man, I'm out here on the floor with this dude. I can't, like, this is amazing. Because I know we all had that in us. I know you got that dog in you, but like, was there
All of
anybody
them.
you was like, you know, like, man,
All of
okay.
them.
All of them.
All of them.
Okay.
I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. Like every it was dream come true. And I had already been watching all of them. Like I was playing with Eddie Jones, Damon Stoudemire.
Yeah.
Like man, I looked up to them dude, Chucky Atkins.
Yeah.
Those-
Chuck,
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it was, and then you get to play against the Kobe's, you get to play with LeBron or play against them, or it was just. It does something psychologically. Like man, that's them.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I ain't gonna lie to you, you lean up, like man, let me touch him. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
Bump into him like man, that's him right there.
Because AI gave a Michael Jordan story, like when he first played against her, and it was like he just like he was stuck. Like you the first pick of the draft, franchise changing player, and he said when he got there played against Mike, he was like a kid, like he just like, man, I'm out here.
Jordan
like-
zone.
Yeah, you got on
And,
Jordan.
he got on Jordan, and he had on Jordan like he just like he just floated. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So he just floated.
That's what it was. I guess that's what it was with Kobe. It is what it is. I think everybody got that story with him, but that's what it was with Kobe. It was just like, man,
I'm out here with Kobe Bryant.
You freaking kidding me, God? Like,
Yeah.
Thank you, bro. Like,
I'm out here with Kobe Bryant. So
Like, for real.
and let me ask you.
went at him too. I ain't even gonna lie to
Hey,
you.
now, you know,
Whatever.
definitely. That
First
first
game.
game.
The first game he had like 60.
This way it gonna be funny. What teammate that you know like the party? Like, and I ain't talking about just okay.
Yeah,
you know
I
what?
ain't
I
gonna
can
put
come.
them in.
No, we're not putting them out. Just
Okay.
okay, we gonna have a good time. We traveling. I know. I can kick it with him. Kind of like how Waldo said y'all was at 5 points.
It was. I can't do it to him.
Okay,
I can't do it to him. But all my vets
your vets.
were
Okay.
They were just.
Oh yeah, I already kind of figured that though. Yeah.
Nah, you know what, dog? Shout out to Eddie.
Eddie Jones, and that's
The
for a
smoothest
lot
man.
of them. That's for a lot of them.
Eddie Jones.
Boy, the tip, yeah.
We keep it 1,000. Eddie Jones was probably the smoothest dude I met at that time in my life. Like that man, bro was just smooth. Had it. I don't know what he's got going on family wise, but just a smooth individual.
Good
man.
dude.
Smooth, bro.
He a coach now?
For who? Smooth, man.
Okay.
I'm talking about when we get off of this, I'll tell you.
Let me ask you, a best city for food. Who had the best food?
Louisiana,
New Orleans.
New Orleans, Memphis was good. New Orleans just be going crazy.
Yeah.
Probably get a whole lot of food.
Red beans and rice, the jambalaya, the
You know what I mean?
gumbo.
You eat crawfish?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Okay. I always like to say, because I know Memphis got good barbecue.
Memphis.
You know what I'm saying? Did you ever go see A-Ball MJG while you was up there?
Had to.
Okay.
See them, Gotti, all them.
Okay.
Had to.
Best rap show you ever been to?
Best rap show.
Rap concert. 'Cause I'm going to see Goody in a couple weeks, so I can't wait for that.
I miss a lot. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You miss a lot?
I miss
Okay.
a lot of that stuff.
Okay.
I can't even really pinpoint one because it really wasn't no concert situation. They're like they'd be in the club rap.
Okay, club,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? So like
Okay.
we got a rapper in here, like perform. He gonna perform tonight.
Okay.
But he's in the club, so it really wasn't nothing. He just said his song and got on.
And dip. Yeah,
You know what I
okay.
mean?
Okay, that's respect. That's fair. Want to ask you one last question. What you call it? No, just get a young kids that's listening some advice on their path. You know, and what can they do to achieve the dream of whatever it is they seek to do.
Lord, help me give them a good message. I would say the distance between your vision and manifesting it is nothing but attitude. Meaning, it's nothing but attitude. Once you wake up from that dream of what God showed you to the end of your manifestation, the only way you're gonna get there is that middle part. It's about your attitude, like being consistent, being persistent, not giving up. I mean, sometimes like you might go through the biggest storm in the world. It might make you want to run from you actually accomplishing your dream. But if you can actually stick with it with a good attitude, it ain't nothing really gonna pretty much stop you. Because most people forfeit their dreams because of their attitude. They feel like, you know what, it's too far-fetched, and that they get into that point of where they are at that moment, and they give up on it. Just never give up on your dream and keep a good attitude, a dog window. Meaning, I'm gonna go get this every morning and be like, man, as soon as the sun come up, just be on it. Just be on it.
Okay. Good stuff. Any shout outs y'all want to give before we get out of here, man? Like I said, tonight was Serge, I thank you for letting us go over
No doubt.
standard, but like this was long. This is well.
And I appreciate the enlightenment as to what isn't going on in this
Facts.
great city. I'm extremely irritated, but I appreciate it. And I apologize for not being more informed about that to the young people out there.
Hey, well, like
But we will
Bobby did,
address
yeah,
it.
but
It
like
will
Bobby
get
did
addressed.
on Soul Train. We want to bring y'all back, man.
Yeah.
We got to get y'all back on the show. 'Cause I'm telling you, this is good.
David
Like-
Ruffin,
Say what Dave said?
David Ruffin, attorney-in-law. We gonna get it taken care of.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's gonna get addressed.
Let me know
So
when.
let them know again about the 22nd. Let everybody know out there, man.
October 22nd at 9 a.m. at Jefferson High School. We have a Hillsborough County Coaches Clinic. The second part from 2 to 4:30 will be student athletes and parents, where we're just gonna keep it real with them and let them know the expectations of being a student athlete and how to turn pro. And I also would like to give a shout out to my high school coaches, my high school teammates, each and last one of them, and everyone I competed against. Right now, every word that come out of my mouth, I'm gonna try to be an advocate for y'all, because I know for a fact when we spoke on Barry with OJ, and even my point guard Kevin Vincent, I think he went to Manatee. They were those are good universities, but they were better players than that, and that comes for the lack of exposure that our county is getting.
Yeah.
And I want to shout out my mom and my grandparents,
Absolutely.
because they definitely help push and motivate me every
No
day.
doubt.
And then also just the local support. And
Well, Chop Shop behind you, man. Like I said, we definitely we're gonna get some stuff going. 'Cause I'm telling you, what y'all got going is
Naturally.
good. Jefferson plug, okay.
shout out
Naturally.
to Jefferson University. Like that.
Yeah. People talking about around here, man.
So, with that being said, man, for my man Tay, Green Bay 3-1 right now, so I know he feeling good. And y'all got the early game Sunday. Y'all got the Giants on Sunday.
Look at him, bro.
Get their doors blown by the
Yeah,
Giants.
Kevin, yeah, Daniel Jones.
4-1.
4-1, okay. Just play who in front of you. That's all you can do. Yeah, that's all you can do. So Waldo, you talked to Tom today?
Yep. Tom said he's straight. He said
Tom said he's
FDB.
straight?
Tom
text you?
texted me FDB. I don't know what that means. Y'all can figure out Tom texted me FDB. I don't know what that means, bro.
You don't know what that means?
Yeah, that's what he texted me. He said FDB.
So he clear that and he straight.
All right. All right.
All right,
I
man.
was the
So,
proper team is.
huh? Say
I was
what?
the proper team is.
Okay. So with that being said, man, for my man Ruff, Dave City's finest, Walt Dizzle, my man Tate, TK kicking it with us. And like I always say before we get out of here, man, anybody want to be an artist, don't want to see the exec produce all the videos, all the record, dancing, come to Death Row, man. But with that being said, shout out to my uncle, man, Michael Johnson turned 70, man. Love your Uncle Good kicking it with you this past Sunday, man. So, hey, we back at it next Tuesday, man. Hey, keep God first, love your family when you see us holler. We gone. Good night. Get us out of here, sir.
I'm I'm